Good morning. I, Professor Bhagyashree Lokre.
I, Ganesh Munde, President, Student Council, Batch 2019-21, would like to welcome you all to the Convocation ceremony of Batch 2018-20. Typically, we do this rite of passage on our college campus, where students, with their sheer excitement and glimpses of hope and dreams of future, experience this once-in-a-lifetime moment with us. But today, due to these dire circumstances and difficult times, let's not miss out on the opportunity of little celebration and this very important rite of passage in a student's life.
Convocation is much awaited event in every student's life, as every student dreams of this one day. But this time, as we all know, it will be different. A lot of things this year are going to be different. The world, as we know, it is changing at a very exponential rate. It is our proud privilege to be part of this momentous ceremony. And also, being a proud alumni of this very institute, I could not help myself but feeling very nostalgic at the time when I was on the receiving end of the ceremony. We take this opportunity to offer our special greetings to the graduates who are receiving their degrees on this auspicious occasion. Students seem beaming with pride and simultaneously walking down the memory lane of the moments they spent together here at the campus, and also looking forward to achieve all the dreams and hope that they have planned for themselves.
So, let's relive those fond memories by reciting the prayer of our institute. O God, help us to keep ourselves physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight, that in doing our duty to Thee, our country, and the organization we work for, we may keep the honor of our institute untarnished. Give us the strength to adhere to laws of the land, of our country, and code of conduct and core values of our institute. May we stand by the pledge of our country and our institute always and every time. Help us to be focused and committed to the cause we are here for, and do all that is expected from us with sincerity and the right attitude. Awaken our admirations for honest dealing and clean thinking, and guide us to choose the harder right instead of the easier wrong. Kindle our hearts with fellowship for our batchmates, that we may always support each other and be united as one. Endow us with the courage which is born of the love of what is noble and which knows no compromise or retreat when truth and right are in peril. Grant us new opportunities of service to Thee, to our country, the organization we shall work for, and to the people we shall lead, and ever help us to place such service before self. Let's begin this convocation ceremony with Saraswati Vandana.
Sadgamaya Tamsoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Though our words can do little, the world has lost an incredible life. We would like to offer our sincere condolences and our deepest sympathies for one of the members of IIEBM family, Mr. Fakhruddin Badshah. We hope our thoughts and prayers will reach to you. He was an extraordinary student, has left remarkable footprints on the legacy of our institute.
Now, I would like to take this opportunity to introduce our chief guest of the day, who is a thorough professional and an international figure, Dr. Pramod Chaudhary. Sir is founder and executive chairman of Praj Industries Limited. As a first generation techno entrepreneur, he founded Praj in 1983. Praj Group is global provider of end-to-end solution in technologies and engineering for bioenergy, biochemical, biopharma industry. With a strong backing of world-class state-of-the-art R&D center called Praj Matrix. With a strong belief in the principle of triple bottom line, his business model is inherently scalable, replicable and sustainable. Under his visionary leadership, Praj has successfully developed the technology for conversion of cellulose's biomass to second generation renewable energy fuels, biogas and renewable chemicals and materials. Praj is the only Indian corporate to launch India's first of its kind integrated biorefinery demo and now executing 3 commercial plants for Indian OMCs. Deeply passionate about bioeconomy and environment, Sir is committed to develop clean and green technologies. His tireless efforts in environmental science and biorefining and developing bio-based products for enhancing rural economy are indeed remarkable and well appreciated. He is an alumnus of Harvard Business School. Some of his rewards and recognitions include prestigious George Washington Carver Award 2020 by BioImpact, Washington DC, USA. He is the first Indian to receive this global honor. Doctor of Literature by Tilak Maharashtra Vidyapeeth. This is in recognition of his exemplary contribution to biofuel industry worldwide and for establishing and institutionalizing quality benchmark for Indian products and services at global level. The Distinguished Alumnus Award and the Distinguished Service Award by IIT Bombay. Asia's Greatest Leader 2018 award by URS Asia 1 magazine. Process Reviewers PricewaterhouseCoopers PL. ABP Mazda Samman Puraskar 2018 in August 2018. Biospectrum Leadership Award for his remarkable work in promoting the cause of biofuels in the past 3 decades. Impresario Most Inspiring Entrepreneur Award by National Institute of Industrial Engineering, NITI, Mumbai. Lifetime Achievement Award by Sugar Technologist Association of India as well as by Army Institute of Technology, Pune. Maxil, Maharashtra Corporate Excellence Lifetime Achievement Award by Maxil Foundation, Mumbai. National Level Entrepreneurship Award by Jagtik Marathi Chamber of Commerce. Outstanding Contribution through Innovation Award by Chemtech Foundation for leading Praj into developing innovative technologies. Arya Chanakya Maharashtra Rajya Udyojak Shrestha Puraskar for Best Practices of Corporate Governance and Corporate Social Responsibility by Myers, MIT School of Graduation, Pune. Voted amongst globally top 100 people in bioenergy space by Biofuels Digest consecutively for past 3 years. Sir has been associated with many eminent organizations holding responsible positions from time to time. He is President of Advisory Council of Savitribai Phule, Pune University, member of CII National Council 2021, mentor at CII Task Force on Bioenergy, founder member and president of Indian Federation of Green Energy IFGE, member of the Board of Governors of National Institute of Industrial Engineering NITI, member of the Board of Governors of College of Engineering Pune, founder trustee of Pune International Center, member of Council of Past Presidents MCCIA Pune, member on the advisory boards of reputed academic institutes and associations of engineering, technology and management, strongly promoting industry-academia interaction leading to innovation and entrepreneurship. Sir has also authored books titled As Is What Is and Tar Asa Zalo, a story of the journey of Praj. He has also been profiled in the books Thought Leaders, Pathbreakers and Khare Khure Idols by leading publishing houses. These books focuses on visionary entrepreneurs. He has been actively contributing on various climate change forums. We once again welcome Sir. It is our privilege to have you among us as the chief guest of the ceremony.
May I take the pleasure to invite Managing Director, IIEBM Trust, Dr. Jai Singh, to declare the convocation open and address the gathering.
Respected Chief Guest, Dr. Pramod Chaudhary, Founder and Executive Chairman, Praj Industries Limited, Colonel Marwa, Founder, President and Trustee, IIEBM, Dr. Poonam Nikam, Dean, IIEBM, parents, members of the faculty, and dear students, especially the post-graduating batch. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome everyone to the convocation ceremony of the 19th batch of the PGDM program. Owing to the current situation the nation is faced with, we decided to conduct the convocation ceremony of your batch in the virtual mode, as we would not like any delay in conferring upon you your postgraduate diploma certificates. This day is by right about you, about what you have achieved over the last few years and throughout your lives. Today may be the last day when I can hope to have your undivided attention as the 2018-20 batch. So even at the expense of repeating all that has been said to you so many times during your stay at IIEBM, I would like to share a few thoughts with you all once more. IIEBM, what we are today, what we will be, and how well known we shall be in future will depend to a great extent on how well you all do, the great heights you all rise to, the respect that you all shall command in the corporate world or your chosen professions will result in the fame and respect the institute shall get. Ladies and gentlemen, let me assure you all one thing. Our IIEBM community holds great potential. We just need to be united as one, think the same way, and be aware of how well we all are doing. I would like you all to always live and abide by the core values of this institution, which are epitomized by the word aspire: positive attitude, self-discipline, perseverance, intelligence, resourcefulness, and ethical behavior. I would advise you all to stay in touch with each other as you have spent 2 important years of your lives together. Also remember what was told to you during the induction. Getting a job is not the challenging thing. Retaining it and growing in it is where the challenge lies. Now, I would like to share a few commandments of success with you all. The first one being, take responsibility of your life. There are 2 primary choices in life you all will encounter: to accept conditions as they exist or to accept the responsibility for changing them. Always be willing to do and dare. The man who goes farthest in life is generally the one who is willing to do and dare. Have desire. Muhammad Ali quoted, "Champions aren't made in the gyms. Champions are made from something they have deep inside them, a desire, a dream and a vision." Set goals, as setting goals is the first step in turning the invisible into the visible. Create a plan. Majority of people meet with failure because they lack the persistence to create new plans to take place of failed plans. Develop group dynamics and remain a leader of your team and group. Always lead from the front and use your imagination and abilities to do something wonderful. Have persistence. Napoleon Hill quoted, "Success does not respond to wishes. Success only responds to definite plans backed by definite desires through constant persistence." Remain information hungry and keep yourself updated. As Steve Jobs mentioned at the end of his address to the Stanford graduates always stay hungry and stay foolish. Learn from your mistakes. As quoted by Winston Churchill, all men make mistakes, but only wise men learn from their mistakes. Time management is of paramount importance. All goals have to be achieved in a given time and space. No one will give you extra allowance. Protect your time and learn to say no. Having courage to say no to little things in your life will give you the power to say yes to big things. Have big dreams. Be passionate about them. Relive and cherish them daily. And above all, believe in yourself. Real dreams are the ones which you don't see while sleeping, but they don't allow you to sleep. Don't accept a life of mediocrity when you hold such infinite potential within the fortress of your mind. Dare to tap your strength, which is your birthright. Have a strong value system, make no compromises, and maintain the highest standards of ethics in all your dealings. Last but not the least, always try and create the wow factor. I hope you have learnt a lot from us in your years here, but most of all, I hope you have learnt how to do better than we have done. I now, with the authority vested in me by the Academic Council of the Indian Institute of Education and Business Management, do hereby declare the proceedings of the convocation ceremony of the 2018-20 batch open.
Thank you, sir, for your words of wisdom. I now request Dr. Poonam Nikam, Dean, IIEBM Indus Business School, to share academic progress with us.
Good morning. I welcome you all to the virtual convocation ceremony of batch 2018-20. I would like to begin by wishing you and your families my best for health and safety in these difficult times. As we start the convocation ceremony, a deep thought runs through my mind. While Mother Nature rekindles and heals herself, humanity is forced to face one of its toughest phases in recorded human history. 14th March 2020. It's a day none of us will ever forget because it was the last day we had a normal day for the academic year 2019-20. Since that day, we have experienced fear, confusion, frustration, grief, anxiety and loss due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Everyone has had to make adjustments to their daily lives that they never could have imagined. Although these tough times have brought challenges for everyone, they have also brought us learnings. As a result of COVID-19 pandemic, we have had the opportunity to take a pause, a deep breath, and to reflect upon what is really important in our lives. It has allowed many of us to spend more time with our families in the past few months than we have in years. COVID-19 pandemic occurrence has helped us to understand the importance of technology. And today, with the help of technology, we are together virtually. Your institute had worked out a day's event to celebrate your success and reward your perseverance. But in these testing times, we are compelled to follow social distancing norms and the appeal of state and central government to avoid mass gathering. It is rightly said, life continues whatever happens. All we need is to be positive and brave with all the challenges we encounter. I congratulate each and every one of you on your great achievement. It has taken hard work, commitment and sacrifices to successfully complete the challenging program you signed up for 2 years. It is a moment of pride for you as much as it is for your teachers, parents and those who had any part in shaping your life so far. On this occasion, we are happy to announce some of the initiatives that IIEBM has taken recently. We set up an online portal, an alumni engagement solution for the alumni to connect and contribute back to the institution. The main aim is to reignite the sense of belongingness and develop amity amongst the alumni so that They feel connected with the alma mater years after they move out of the institution. You will receive all the details regarding portal and signing up on your official email ID soon. We have implemented well-known Mastersoft College Management System, which is an end-to-end solution for the institute to improve operational efficiency and institutional outcomes by automating student-faculty lifecycle and campus administration. Many of you were benefited by this initiative and were able to finish the degree on time by appearing for online examination. We have collaborated with EDX, an online certification platform. It is a joint initiative of MIT and Harvard University. With this arrangement, our students and alumni can take online certifications from top-ranking institutions of the world at no cost. It is my appeal that you all should take advantage of this collaboration, as this will help in improving your future prospects. For more detail, you can contact academic department. We would like to inform we also signed MOU with SAP Germany and started 1-year certification program in SAP from academic year 2020. This year, AICT has revised intake of the institute to 300 seats in total and granted us permission to conduct 3 additional specialization in the areas of business analytics, supply chain management and SAP ERP. As you know, last year we have signed MOU with Harvard Business School Boston and Chartered Institute of Securities and Investment UK to offer global certification to our students. Now we have extended the collaboration with HBS and CISI, where our alumni can also take the benefit of certification at subsidized rate. I am glad to announce that some of the students who have passed in the recent batches have shown interest by applying to the said program. We will continue to add additional programs and certifications in order to help you in your growth trajectory. Well, in the end, I would like to say that we may live in an age of instant messaging, instant gratification and Instagram, but there is no way to short circuit the path to success. It takes hard work, tenacity and patience. I wish you all the best. You will forever be remembered as that graduating class who had the first virtual graduating ceremony. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
So, here's the most awaited moment. Yes, now it's time we acknowledge the talent of our brimming students. The fruit of hard work and discipline shall finally be reaped. Here, we present the students who have successfully completed their course and are being awarded with their PGDM degrees. We would like to felicitate the graduates of 1820 batch with medal, who had that urge to walk an extra mile, to work a little harder and always made their presence felt with their performances in different fields. And the recipients are Mr. Tamal Chattaraj, Miss Manpreet Kaur, late Mr. Fakhruddin Badshah, Ms. Rakshita Agrawal, Mr. Nakul Upadhyay, Ms. Chaheti Kasliwal, Ms. Arundhati Dasgupta, Ms. Paulami Bhattacharya, Mr. Ritesh Natal, Mr. Abhishek Bose, Ms. Shikha Kumari, Mr. Mayank Chaturvedi.
Let's begin. Extracurricular Activities Trophy. This trophy has been instituted by Colonel R.K. Pava, Professor Emeritus IIBM, in fond memory of his dear parents, late Hem Prem and Gulab Raj Pava, in the year 2013. This trophy is awarded to the student who represented the institute in different activities like inter-institute competitions, sports competition, and won different awards and accolades. This trophy goes to Mr. Sharad Maheshwari for his active participation in national and international competitions. The next trophy for the title of Best Student in Marketing Management. This trophy is awarded to the student who has boundless enthusiasm and can strategically and tactfully manage the clientele and add value to the business of an organization. The recipient is Mr. Rohan Roy. The next trophy is for the title of Best Student in Financial Management. This trophy is awarded to the student who has an analytical mind and can explore numbers and figures very professionally to predict and present health and wealth of the organization. And the recipient is Mr. Sagar Solanki. The trophy is for the title of Best Student in Human Resource Management. This trophy is awarded to the student who has a good people management skills and is passionate for growing and developing employees being more empathic. And the recipient is Ms. Priyanshi Malviya. Winter Internship Project Trophy. The trophy has been instituted by Professor Arpit Trivedi, Chief Marketing Officer, IIEBM, in the fond memory of his grandfather, late Shri B.S. Trivedi, in the year 2016. Shri B.S. Trivedi was an educationist, social reformer, has contributed extensively in the field of art and culture. He established Nutan Kalaniketan with the sole motive of promoting art, culture and folk music of Madhya Pradesh. The other wings of this organization were a primary school and self-help group for women. He was of the belief that every individual has a responsibility towards the society we live in and our country large. It is important for each and every one of us to contribute in some way or the other towards different social and environmental causes. This trophy is awarded to the student who worked relentlessly with an NGO for specially abled people on the project title to upgrade the livelihood and help mentally challenged special people. And the recipient is Ms. Muskan Jaiswal. Summer Internship Project Trophy. This trophy has been instituted by Mr. Rishi Kumar Mittal in the fond memory of his grandfather, late Sri Gangadhar Mittal, in the year 2000. Sri Gangadhar Mittal was a very well-known entrepreneur from the city of Siliguri in West Bengal. He was instrumental in establishing different industries and educational institutions. He firmly believed that practical exposure and hands-on learning in addition to theoretical inputs was the best way for one to learn and excel in what he or she was doing. This trophy is awarded to the student who performed exceptionally well in his summer project, where he was able to successfully execute the task allotted to the best of his ability. He not only received the recommendation mail from the project internal guide, but also received a pre-placement offer from the company. The recipient of Sri Gangadhar Mittal Trophy is Mr. Sagar Fauzdar. As correctly said, never let procrastination steal your time, thus your life. Set your goals and work on them. Never give up and try harder when you fail. Everything will work out pretty well. Next awards are to the students who understood this saying and worked harder and harder. So friends, next award is for Best Girl Student in Academics. This trophy has been instituted by Mrs. Uma Devi Raje Patwardhan of Meerut State in the fond memory of late Raja Madhav Rao, Raosai Patwardhan, Raja of Meerut. This trophy is awarded to the girl who knew that education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. And the recipients for the Best Girl Student in Academics are Miss Vaishali Haritwal and Miss Nidhi Singh. Best Boy Student in Academics. This trophy has been instituted by Business Development Bureau India Private Limited in fond memory of their founder, late Mr. R.V. Krishnan in the year 2017. With his strong foundation of knowledge, Mr. Krishnan established BDB India Private Limited in the year 1989, which became one of the major business research companies in the country, with clients spread in virtually every industry segment in India and abroad. As it truly said, knowledge is power. And the recipient of the Best Boy Student in Academics is Mr. Nasir Ali. The next trophy has been instituted in the year 2000 by Srimanta Shivaji Raja Naik Nimbalkar in fond memory of his mother, late Lady Lakshmi Devi Malojirao Naik Nimbalkar, Rani Saiba of Fulton. Lady Lakshmi Devi was a firm believer that education for girls was a must for progress of the society. She donated one of her residences at Pune for starting a school for girl students who could not afford education. In the year 1948, she personally visited United States and secured 2 scholarships from an US university for girl students to pursue their higher education in the US. This trophy is being awarded to the student who proved herself in co-curricular, extracurricular activities and was always ready to walk the extra mile, burn the midnight oil and successfully accomplish the mission and task at hand and excel in academics. The Best Girl Student Trophy is awarded to Miss Asta Saxena. Best Boy Student. This trophy has been instituted by Colonel Marwa, Founder President and Managing Trustee, IIEBM, in fond memory of his father, late Major Dr. Balram Singh Marwa, in the year 2000. Major Dr. B.S. Marwa was a prominent sports organizer, international referee and judge in wrestling. Apart from being on the board of Wrestling Federation of India, he accompanied the Indian contingent many a time to Olympics and Commonwealth Games. During his travels abroad, he got introduced to homeopathy when he sustained a shoulder injury. His speedy recovery converted him into a firm believer and practitioner of biochemic system of medicine and homeopathy system of medicine. His services were recognized by Haryana government with the award of honorary doctor's degree. He was a rare combination of a soldier, a sportsman, a doctor and an author with compassion in his heart. No matter how you feel, get up, dress up, show up and never give up. Life is all about new opportunities and the chances it has to offer. Never let go of opportunities and be afraid of taking new chances. Best Boy Students Trophy is awarded to Mr. Divyang. The trophy has been instituted by Mrs. Marwa in fond memory of her father, late Srimanta Shivaji Raja Naik Nimbalkar, in the year 2000. Shivaji Raje was a philanthropist, philosopher and a visionary who worked selflessly for the masses of Fulton State. He was instrumental in the starting the second cooperative sugar factory in Fulton State, Sri Ram Cooperative Sugar Factory. He also established a cooperative bank and educational institutions with multiple disciplines. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. It goes without saying, who steals the show at the end of the day definitely is the best performer in all respects, that includes academics, extracurricular activities, who believes in a teamwork and portrays leadership. The Best All-Round Students Trophy is awarded to Mr. Anshul Sevanya.
Now, I would like to take this opportunity to invite our chief guest, Dr. Pramod Chaudhary, for delivery of the valedictory address. Due to this COVID pandemic, we are following social distancing norms and therefore, Sir would be addressing from his office.
Namaskar. Distinguished guests, deans, faculty and staff, parents, well-wishers and most especially those graduating today. It's an honor and a great pleasure to be here to celebrate this important occasion with you. First, I would like to congratulate each of you who are graduating today. This is a defining moment for all of you. It is a day of celebration, a day when you look back on the many challenges you have overcome and look forward to those that lie ahead, knowing now that you have the skills and knowledge needed to meet them. It is a day that you will never forget. I feel honored and privileged to have been invited as the chief guest at the graduation ceremony of this excellent institution. I have been associated with IIEBM since its initial days. Colonel Vinod Marwa is a very good friend of mine for a long time. For the last 2 decades, IIBM is imparting affordable and value-based education to students and professionals to make a mark in the dynamic fields of business and management. I like the fact that your emphasis is on giving students a transformational learning experience. What really impressed me are the core values, what you call as aspire, that your institute tries to imbibe among your students. While all 6 values are important, I believe in 2, perseverance and being ethical. They are very critical to be a successful professional in the long run. You have to keep trying unless your goal is achieved and mission accomplished. And while doing so, you have to ensure highest standards of ethics, honesty and personal integrity. As a country, we are going through a very exciting phase where growth opportunities are unlimited. We are in pursuit to be the next superpower, become a $5 trillion economy in next 5 years. COVID-19 crisis has caused upheavals in geopolitical environment. Pandemic has forced many countries to look beyond China as a sourcing destination. Many companies are looking to realign global supply chains and are considering India as a part of their China Plus One strategy to their future course of action. This allows for a non-linear consideration of global trade, more in the nature of production networks with multidimensional value accretion phases. India has a unique opportunity to adopt a more inclusive and proactive role in leveraging its vast pool of skilled resources, competitive costing, and developed ecosystem for select sectors to get ahead in the global supply chain reconfiguration race. Our government has formed a policy, Atmanirbhar Bharat, for making India a bigger and more important part of the global economy. As a part of this initiative, many steps are being taken to boost scope for private participation in numerous sectors. The focus will now be not just the Make in India, but on Make for the World. I believe we must widen this scope and also focus on inventing in India. I'm often asked which are the promising sectors or areas in coming future. I believe for bright talent, every sector offers great opportunities. Having said that, I feel some of the sectors that are going to be the real game changers in coming years are environment, manufacturing or MSME, digitalization and sustainable energy. Aim of the Paris Agreement is to ideally limit global warming to 1.5 degree compared to previous industrialization levels. Virtual Climate Change Summit was organized last week by UN on the occasion of 5th anniversary of Paris Climate Agreement. The overall message was that we are on the cusp of an era where it will make economic sense to transition to cleaner technologies. There are concerns over rising pollution, energy and water resources scarcity. Countries across the globe are undertaking several initiatives to reduce the greenhouse gas due to industrial activities. There is a serious need to develop and deploy disruptive technologies that can lead to sustainable decarbonization. Water scarcity remains one of the major challenges and hence minimizing water footprint is a priority area for all industries. With stringent statutory environment norms coming in play, wastewater treatment is another sector which has been witnessing increasing market traction. Micro, small and medium enterprises are going to be the very key growth accelerators of the Indian economy. They contribute to one-third of the country's gross domestic product, while almost 40% to the overall exports. MSME play an important role in employment generation as they employ about 110 million people across the country. Interestingly, MSMEs are intertwined with the rural economy as well, as more than half of the MSMEs operate in rural India. Our government has time announced various schemes for development of this sector to ensure they continue to lead the country towards economic growth. I strongly believe that schemes announced under Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative will further expedite the growth of this sector and will help Indian economy by providing employment to millions of unskilled and semi-skilled people across the country. In just a few months' time, the COVID-19 crisis has brought about years of change in the way companies across the sectors and regions do business. Digital adoption has taken a quantum leap at both the organizational and industry levels. With the advent of digital technologies and deeper internet proliferation, the business landscape is being redefined for the better. It has helped businesses improve not only their operational efficiency but also their market reach globally. Almost all companies have swiftly shifted to work from home model. Different offline activities are now being managed online using technologies such as remote monitoring of plants, automation at workplaces, etc. Industries will move faster towards Industry 4.0, in which computers and automation will come together in an entirely new way. The benefits of an Industry 4.0 model could outweigh the concerns for many production facilities. In very dangerous working environment, the health and safety of human beings could be improved dramatically. Supply chains could be more readily controlled when there is a data at every level of the manufacturing and delivery process. Computer control could produce much more reliable and consistent productivity and output, and the results for many businesses could be increased revenues, market share and profits. Fourth game-changing sector is more close to my heart, and that is sustainable energy. In a world driven by fossil fuels for over a century, sustainability is a big casualty as increasingly evidenced by growing impact of climate change on account of growing carbon emissions from economies. India's growth into a significant economic power is expected to drive huge demand for energy resources and infrastructure over the next decade. India is a major importer of fossil fuels, and over 80% of our fossil energy needs are imported. Transportation is the single largest user of fossil fuels with a very large population of vehicles across all modes of transport: air, surface and marine. Our continued and rising dependence on crude oil imports has created unfavorable scenario on energy security and forest outflow, as well as increase in air pollution and carbon emissions. Several alternatives are now available to address the challenges posed by the fossil fuel combustion systems. Several advanced economies in the world are focusing on electrification of the fleet, or what is called as e-mobility. E-mobility, however, disrupts the entire value chain of IC engines. It also calls for significant investment in charging infrastructure and continued dependence on imported raw materials, and a new environment problem from disposal of used batteries. Praj has introduced biomobility platform that can address multiple challenges faced. Biomobility platform envisages use of renewable resources to produce transportation fuel across all modes of mobility. It is based on a circular bioeconomy, implies processing biological resources to create renewable energy and products, and while in use, recover and regenerate byproducts as well as materials at the end of their service life. We at Praj are working on different technologies that utilize the agri residues and organic waste to produce biofuels in the form of ethanol, biodiesel, compressed biogas, sustainable aviation fuel, and sustainable marine fuel. Apart from biomobility, we have recently launched BioPrism portfolio to produce bio-based renewable chemicals and materials called RCM. RCM produced from bio-based feedstocks are sustainable alternatives to products made from fossil resources. Another question that is being asked to me in which key attributes that a good professional should have to succeed. I believe innovation is very critical in success of any organization or individual. The business landscape is changing constantly with changes in technology and customer demands. Hence, it is important to react to the change and come up with ideas to create value for customers. I strongly value the entrepreneurship and intrapreneurship mindset. Entrepreneurship means you run your own business, while intrapreneurship means you act like a business owner while working for a particular organization. Having said that, both require similar skill set, that is, taking ownership of what you do, be resourceful and solution oriented, think out of the box and taking calculated risks. Well, to sum up, I believe you must consider yourself to be very lucky in a time that offers immense opportunity for growth. As a country, the business canvas is unfolding for India. Our share in global economy is expected to rise as many countries are looking beyond China as a part of their sourcing strategy. Our government has taken initiative of Atmanirbhar Bharat to encourage Make in India as well as Make for the World. Finally, I would like to thank Dr. Jai Singh and Dr. Poonam Nikam for inviting me for this wonderful function. I take this opportunity of wishing all the graduates best in their future endeavors. To the teaching staff, keep up your excellent work in helping shape future leaders, and may God bless you all. Thank you once again.
Thank you, sir. You know, you don't have to be famous, you just have to make your parents proud of you, and you already have. A very hearty congratulations to 2018-20 batch for successfully completing your post-graduation. The closing hour has finally arrived. As you continue with this journey, you may look back to this stage in your life with fondness and pride. Enjoy your day of celebration with your family and friends. Thank you and good luck.